Hello friends, glad you're here. This is just a very quick kind of pick-me-up in case you're feeling like most of us, which is going to be maybe exhausted, headachy, fed up, might be feeling emotional turmoil, might be feeling just sort of like, I'm really tired of this earth life. What the heck is going on? Why, if we're going to the fifth dimension, why aren't things better? Why aren't things lighter? Why am I almost afraid to watch the news or read any articles about it? Why do I feel like there's going to be another boom lowered on us? There's going to be another huge public situation that we have to face down. And why is our whole parts of my life suddenly not fitting me anymore? And all I can say to that is there's powerful, powerful light coming in, friends, incredible light, so that you and I are at a place where we are really looking forward to the fifth dimension, really looking forward to things being more joyful, more fulfilling, more beautiful, more amazing, and we're laying the groundwork for that. Absolutely, we are in our sleep state every day with who we are, the light that we're anchoring into the planet, and just how we feel about life, how we are moving forward, wanting to spread more light and have things be meaningful in a positive way, not just for us and our loved ones, but for everybody. And all that is fantastic, but it just feels really hard right now. And it's sort of like, I was thinking this morning, it's kind of like we signed up for this awful boot camp. And then we shoved our way to the front before incarnating, and we said, look, I've got to be there. It's all changing. I've got to be on that earth. And don't tell me there's no room to 8 billion people. So what? I'll sleep in a little sailboat that wanders the earth on the oceans, etc. There'll be plenty of room for all of us. And, we just came forward wanting to be a part of this miraculous moment, wanting everything to be if not perfect, then exciting, wanting to add our light to the process. And we are, absolutely we are. It's just the transition from all the shadow, all of the programming we've received for so many centuries, all of this feeling of, oh, I have to follow the rules, all this feeling of I'm small, I don't have any control over my life. Thankfully, there's a God out there very far away, and probably white and male from what I understand, but I'm supposed to pray to him, always a him, and then hopefully he'll hear me and care. And we're just so coming out of the passivity and the stupidity and the narrowness of that, really backing up and saying, I'm not doing this anymore. And it's true that many of you maybe never did that, or you left it many years ago, and that's fantastic. But what we're still coming out of as a human race is overall passivity, feelings of being a victim, feelings of being abandoned, feelings of, oh, I've had a really hard life. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? How come this person didn't come through for me? And I recently interviewed Bonnie Saratori of spiritualacceleration.com, and we were talking about that and about how we come in to relive and revive, draw up from within us painful old situations that have to be resolved here on earth. And you're probably thinking, well, can I resolve this stuff in the higher realms where everything's beautiful and wonderful and I don't feel like I'm carrying a 25-foot or 25-pound weight or 25-ton weight on my shoulders? Can I just sort of, solve everything where angels are floating around and everything's beautiful? And the answer is, unfortunately, not really. It was created here, so you and I have to resolve it here. So if you were, God forbid, but it happens to many, if not most people, if you were physically or sexually assaulted in one or more other lives, it's going to come up again to give you an opportunity as those feelings rise. Oh my God, this awful thing happened, I have to deal with it. Give you an opportunity to deal with it and to resolve it and to heal those aspects, regain any soul pieces, regain fragmented pieces of who you are in your essence, in your soul, in your spirit, in your psyche, and to learn from it. And it's true, the soul doesn't really care what we go through. You and I are one big scientific lab, unfortunately, or one big blank canvas to be painted upon. The soul just wants experience. Sitting up there in the soul planes where everything's beautiful is just thinking, all right, well, fell down the stairs, cracked my head open. All right, well, that's interesting. And then the soul is taking notes and taking in, how we're dealing with it and how to heal. Okay, great. This provides an opportunity for my earth self to learn about self-healing or about energy work, which is where this lovely earth being is supposed to be to begin with, doing energy work or whatever the reason. Yeah, sure, you got hit by a horse because you're supposed to work with horses. And to the soul, it all makes perfect sense. But to you and me, it's sort of like, what the bleep? I don't want this. And that makes perfect sense also because we're in an earth body. So there's this ongoing clash between the higher self and the soul and the earth self. And the higher self only wants growth, and the soul just wants experience for growth and also to expand this universe in terms of consciousness. And you might be thinking, I didn't really sign up for that, did I? And actually, we all did, or we wouldn't be here right now in a physical body. So don't fault yourself. Don't be like me, yelling at your higher self a lot, or at certain ascended masters. I have a bad habit of doing that. But they're incredibly patient. They never mind, sometimes even smile. And, if you talk to Yeshua, Jesus of Nazareth, I find he will joke with you at times. He's an amazing sense of humor. And Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Lady Master Portia, Mary Mother of Yeshua, all of these phenomenal women ascended masters are right at the heart of wherever I gather wisdom, particularly as a female in this particular life. And because, or if you're female identified, because let's face it, the divine feminine is returning to this earth, and we're feeling that as well. So as this light comes in, via these powerful solar flares, plasmatic life, the very essence of life itself, the building block of life, and as well, the monoatomic gold, which heals, as it all pours in, doesn't necessarily make everything okay all at once. What it does is assist us in bringing up what needs to be healed, so that we very consciously and actively heal that. Very important. The whole thing about going to a particular practitioner, a particular ascended master and saying, can you fix this for me, please? Understandably, we all want support and help along the way. But the whole idea of being rescued, that's over. It's really gone. And if there's any rescuing to be done, you and I are going to do it for our planet, ourselves. And we're going to rescue ourselves. We can't rescue our loved ones. Don't even ask. Just send them light, send them love and support. That's all you can do. They've got to find their own way. Whole countries in trouble, likewise, put them in that beautiful transmuting flame of Saint Germain, that beautiful violet flame. Lately, I put the whole dang earth there, so I'm getting a little fed up. So likewise, the white flame of the divine feminine, very powerful for transmuting density back to pure light. And it doesn't mean you and I race out to where there's problems. Doesn't mean we give all our money away to the homeless. Doesn't mean we give all our time and energy away to kids who are troubled or teenagers who are addicted or adults, whatever it is. Yes, I also have that feeling a lot of empaths have, I've got to rescue this group or this person, or on and on and on. The whole earth's in trouble. No, we're not here for that. And it's taken me, let's just say, a few decades to figure that one out. Now, on that, I would like to have you pick a few cards. Let's say this first one is about health issues. So right now, pick a health issue if you would. And then we'll go on to the next two. And I'm just shuffling our friends the cards here. And these are Doreen Virtue's angel cards, which I really love. And I'm going to cut the cards in thirds. Sometimes I just pick the one that pops out at me. Ah, interesting. Okay, so this is the God box. And this is really wonderful, this one. I really enjoy it. And I'll read what's under it if you have trouble reading that. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container. Okay, I've got a container here. I could use this for that. Perfect. Put into a special container called a God box or goddess box. I love the term goddess. As a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So any worries, concerns, or desires, write on a piece of paper. Put in your container and just say, I'm releasing this to the divine. Some people will burn that tiny piece of paper in candlelight, the flame of a candle. And this is what one of my teachers, Alberto Viodo, will call a fire ceremony, which is really lovely. Put something there you want to release to the ethers, to the higher realms, and just allow the answer to come to you. And right now I'm going to ask the group I channel and all of your higher selves, Can you flow light to these dear ones, please, for any and all health issues that they have named? Write it down. Something people do also, periodically they'll go through those little slips of paper and they find a month or two later all the things they were concerned or worried about are gone. It might take longer than that, but it's fascinating to see the things that you and I worry about that we don't need to worry about. So flowing a lot of light in, a lot of energy, wonderful. Just to kind of open to receive, coming down through the crown chakra. And accept that, this beautiful gold dust coming in now. And I'm doing a program on the gold frequencies starting March 7th, 2 webinars, the 7th and the 14th. And I'll link to that below. You might be interested because they are healing. They're not only enriching, they're amazingly healing the gold dust and gold frequencies. Wonderful. A lot of renewal going on. So yeah, you're going to feel aches and pains. You're going to get headaches, including migraines some days maybe. Other people will more feel it in the ear or the nose or the joints. And certainly a lot of emotional upheaval right now. That can absolutely happen. Again, that powerful light coming in from our sun soul, who is transfiguring into a higher level being, that's going to affect everyone, absolutely everyone. It's calling us up to a higher level, and that means we've got to rinse out all the depths of the third dimension, all that shadow. So now we'll shuffle again, and this one will be for relationships. Right now in February, which is Valentine's time. I'm going to ask the higher selves as well. Any input, dear ones? They're saying open to receive the highest possible iteration of what you desire. And also understand that some of what we bring in, again, is so we can heal. Yeah. All right, I'm going to cut this 3 ways. And I'm going to pull this up. Oh, law of attraction. Okay, that's interesting. No pun intended. Wonderful. Kind of look like fairy beings as well. It says relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. A lot of people are finding long-term relationships are ending. Don't be upset or unhappy about that. You might need some counseling and support. Doesn't mean you're an awful person. It means you've shifted to a level that perhaps your partner or spouse has not shifted to. And so your paths are parting. And that's just part of moving into the 5th dimension. It's nothing horrifying. It's nothing to feel guilty or upset about, but get some support definitely if that is happening for you, friends. All right, and pull in a lot of higher light down through the crown chakra into the heart space, opening that heart. Just imagine you've got doors there and they're opening wide, and that heart space is opening to this beautiful new light pouring in, and you are really feeling all of this absolutely beautiful supportive light coming in, telling you how wonderful you are. You don't need another person to complete you. Anybody else who comes in, they're going to just celebrate how wonderful you are. That's all, as you will celebrate them. Yeah. Wonderful. Higher self sending a lot of light. The cherubim are here with their arrows of light and arrows of heart-based romantic energy. For those of you who are looking for romance, you can open to friendship and more amenable family relationships as well. Now include in that your relationship to the earth, friends. She really needs our love and support now, and we so need to connect with her. It's not even funny. So, all right, we'll do the last one. This will be for finances and or work. You choose which one. Maybe both. That's up to you. And just counting on the higher selves. They're saying stop. Okay. And again, we're going to cut this 3 ways. All right. Okay. Okay. Sacral chakra, which is the bottom, not the bottom, but the one above that. What is that? 4, 5, it's the 6th. It's the 6th chakra. And that is where we have manifested money and objects from for centuries. And I feel greatly that that's changing now, that we're now manifesting through the high heart, but we still have to keep clear that as well as all the other chakras. And it's saying you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items or situations or relationships that are harsh. All right, fantastic. If you're stuck in a job you don't like, that is harming you actually on a cellular level as well as an energetic one. If you're stuck in relationships or home situations that are highly aggravating, you've got to lift it to a higher level. Now, an interesting thing I found in my own life is that when I begin to picture what I really desire in a particular situation, sometimes the situation that I'm already in will evolve so as to include that. It's pretty cool. So that will happen, or you'll find that the situation you're in fades away and you're looking for something else, or you're already automatically moving into something else. One of those two things will happen. But let's all concentrate on what we really desire, dear ones. If you want peace in the world, fantastic, we've got to concentrate on peace. If we want loving beings who support us, who are kind and thoughtful in their comments, not harsh, not critical, and not sort of competitive or what have you. We want these beautiful relationships that are joyful for us. Let's concentrate on that. Let's think of that. And if the negative, if a past memory comes in, if a thought about what is happening that you don't like comes in, just say, you know what, I bless you and I give you permission to leave. Likewise with health, this illness, I give you permission to leave. Or extra weight, I give you permission to leave. This issue with my finances, where I seem to automatically say, maybe use a credit card when I don't want to, kind of a thing. I give you permission to leave. And I'm cutting that credit card in half. I'm cutting all of them in half now. I give permission to myself to be joyful and lighthearted about my family, even if there are rifts there, even if there are spaces and openings and huge gaps that I can never seem to stretch across. I'm just going to send love to all these people. When we do that, we really do rise above a situation that has annoyed us. That includes the body. That includes the whole earth, any areas of the earth that we see that are troubled. I'm just going to send a lot of love, and I'm going to hold all of that in the violet transmuting flame of Saint Germain, or if you prefer, the white flame of the divine feminine. Some people call the white flame of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the divine feminine. So just open to receive one last beautiful energy gift from the collective, these lovely higher beings I channel, and your spirit team. Just open to receive. Some beautiful wisdom that you've desired and haven't quite tapped into is now flowing it down through the crown chakra, opening up that third eye and liberating the throat chakra for you to say lovingly what is important to you. Speak your truth. And it's flowing straight into the heart chakra. All that's connected down into the bottom three chakras to clear and align. All chakras spinning in the right direction, spinning fully, evenly, perfectly balanced, perfectly open. Wonderful. Excellent. Wonderful. Put yourself in a great big huge heart right now. You're seeing the world through your heart. You're doing great. I send much love, dear ones. Many blessings. And if you feel like it, you might want to like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. Take care.